Gonna do the tour that I wish every buyer got. So if you're buying a brand new home, we are at Lennar Homes at Summit View today in Cleveland, Tennessee. Going to do the tour that I wish every buyer got. Stay tuned. We're going to meet with Jasmine, the site director, and just do a little brief introduction and see what this neighborhood has to offer. Let's go check it out. So we are here at Lennar Summit View in Cleveland, Tennessee.
We are.
With Jasmine.
Yeah.
Jasmine, tell us about you. Tell us about the community here. Where we at?
Yeah, so we're here at Summit View, as you stated. So this is Lennar's first community in Cleveland, Tennessee. So
First one.
yes, first one, but we are not new to new construction at all. We're actually one of the nation's top home builders.
Okay.
We've been around since 1954, started down in Miami, Florida, and we're just working our way. We're all over the United States, really. So we're excited to be here in the community and make some homes for new people. Yeah.
For someone that's never heard of Lennar, what's the 30-second rundown? Give me the short version about who you are and what makes you a little bit different than other communities nearby.
Yeah, for me, I would say if you were to ask me, which you are, I would say that Lennar here, we definitely focus on the value that we give to our buyers. We're all about creating a community space. So any communities that we have, you're going to have some entertaining spaces, which I'm sure we'll get to that. But we just wanted to create a sense of community for the people that are coming in, and we try to appeal to new home buyers, move up, move down, all types of people. So we just want it to be a sense of a mix of people. So you feel like you're getting a good idea of what Cleveland has to offer.
That's beautiful. So we're not really targeting one specific group of
No,
buyers.
no.
It's for everybody.
It's for everyone.
That's
Yes.
incredible. Walk us through your location here. So we're in a good spot in Cleveland.
We are.
What's within a 10-minute drive of us here?
Everything. So if you're here in Cleveland, then you know everything is coming on Paul Huff, right? So all the restaurants that are coming, grocery, shopping, all the things is like what I like to say. So whatever you want, it's pretty much on this side of Cleveland, and we're close to it, but we're still a little bit away from it, so you don't feel all the hustle and bustle right around you. It's very quiet up here. It's very secluded, and I love the location.
Yeah, we're tucked away.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Walmart, you got the mall, you
Publix.
got Publix,
Yeah. Target.
Target, Starbucks.
Yeah.
So many coffee places. We got more on that later too. So
Yeah.
it's a great location. What phase are we currently on? So your build out. Tell me, we usually go in phases.
We
so
do.
walk us through that. What phase are we currently in?
We do. So here we will have two phases. So phase one is going to be just our single family homes. Phase two, we will have single family and townhomes. So we've started on the townhomes in phase two. So that's where we are right now. We're about 50 to 60 homes completed, and we'll have about 150 total by the time everything is said and done.
So we ain't even halfway there
We're
yet.
not.
We're just getting
Getting
started.
started.
So if you're watching, you're like, hey, I like this. I want to get in. We still got time.
Now's
today.
the time.
We
Yeah.
still got time. That's one. So Lennar's known for everything's included. So in plain English,
Yes.
what does that actually mean when I'm comparing, baseline prices with other builds and other builders that's around us?
Great question. So I love when people come in and they see what we have to offer and they think, oh, was it extra for this or extra for that? No, we say everything you see is included. So that goes to the refrigerator, the washer and dryer, and the laundry room, the gas range. None of that is an upgrade. It's all included in the price.
So everything.
Everything
the
you
price
see.
is the price.
Not the furniture,
No.
but everything else.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
The furniture. That'd be a really good deal.
Right,
Right.
right.
But the lot's not going to cost you more money. You're not going to do anything crazy. It's just the house.
Right, correct. So when you see the home, the price that we quote you is the price for that home on that particular home site. So I just wanted to kind of touch on that because depending on where the home is located, some sites have site premiums, but that's still included in whatever price we're quoted.
Great. That's what we're looking for there because, some places they'll be like, yeah, this is, but this one's actually a little bit more because of the location.
Right.
So I do understand that completely.
Yes.
So what are your most common upgrades that buyers want to do or ask you about here?
Gotcha. So they may ask for different types of upgrades, but like we talked about, everything is included. We don't necessarily do upgrades, but the value is already there. So we have the quartz countertops. We already have, like I said, the stainless steel appliances, the gas range. So those things are all included. And that's how we keep our prices affordable as well. We order everything ahead of time. So pretty much what you see is what you're going to get.
So what you're doing is basically buying bulk things, putting things in that are pretty similar, and there's not really an option to change that, which is it's good, because you get what you got, and you ain't got to worry about too many decisions, because too
Right.
many decisions can drive some people crazy,
Crazy.
like me.
Yeah.
If I go to a restaurant, I only want like 5 choices.
Mhm.
I don't need 500. I just
Exactly.
need a few things to
Just a
choose
few.
from. So
Yeah.
that's what. If I'm comparing this home to just a resale down the
Mhm.
street in the same area, around the same price,
Uh-huh.
what's in this house that I would have to spend money on in the other house?
Well, I think that is a great question. What I like to point out is that you can't make a resale home new, right? So the biggest thing about new construction is everything is new. So you're going to get those warranties. We have a 10-year structural warranty,
10
1 year
years.
workmanship, yeah, 2-year plumbing and electrical. And those are things you're just not going to get in resale. You're going to probably get someone else's problems or someone's problems that they've covered up and you just don't know. So I think that's the biggest thing you'll get here versus somewhere else. And of course, you can still put your touches on whatever it is you want to do. If you want to add wallpaper or light fixtures or things of that nature, you still have the ability to do those things.
You do. It
Yeah,
smells new. It's obviously
exactly.
brand new.
Yes.
It's just something when you own it for be the first
Uh
person
huh.
in the home. It
Yeah,
just hits a little bit different.
right. It does.
What are your best three best selling floor plans in this community?
Ah,
Put
that's
you
a
on the spot.
hard question. Hard question. Okay, I'm going to say the Allen. It is our larger single level ranch home. So that appeals to a lot of different people, right? Some people just don't want stairs. Some people can't have stairs. Next, I would probably say our Primrose. So it is our largest floor plan, and I do love the way that it's laid out. Third, I would say Charleston, which is the model that we're in right now.
Okay.
Those will be my top three.
So if I'm downsizing,
Mhm.
what are some of the plans that I should probably look at first? What should I be looking at if I'm trying to get something a little bit smaller but new?
Yeah, I think it would depend on your life situation, right? Because are you downsizing from a 5,000 square foot home or, what exactly is the situation? But most people, when they come to me and they're downsizing, they're thinking, hey, we're empty nesters. We want a home that's probably going to be our forever home. And a lot of them tend to go to our Allen floor plan. That's that ranch floor plan. It was one of my top three. But yeah, I just love it. Even though it's considered downsizing, it feels very spacious. It's still private. You have your primary in the back, the other guest bedrooms up front. So that would probably be the number one for downsizing.
It's a single level,
It
right?
is.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is nice. That comes up a lot, when
Hmm.
people are downsizing, maybe age and needs get
Right.
better with
Right.
time. Shoot, not even age, it's money's
Exactly
best
now.
sometimes. So it
Right.
just depends on what we're looking for. That's
Hmm.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
A lot of my viewers are looking at their very first home. So,
Hmm.
what does the path look like to, hey, I'm just curious about maybe buying a new
Hmm.
construction to, I'm holding these keys? What does that
Yeah.
process look like for Jasmine as she walks her people through?
Yeah, well, we try to make the process as simple as we can here. We do a lot of things in house. So we have obviously the homes, we have our own mortgage company, our own title company. So essentially, you could come in today and tell me, hey, I'm interested in purchasing a home. I show you a home that kind of matches your needs. We sign the agreement, and literally, our team could get you closed within 2.5 to 3 weeks.
2.5, 3 weeks. So
Yes,
it ain't got to be
yes.
a cash deal.
It
So
doesn't have to be. No, we move pretty quickly. Our mortgage team is on top of it. Title team is on top of it as well. But in between that stage, right, we have what we call a celebration walk. That's when you will go through the home with our quality manager, and he will walk you through how everything in the home works. And like I said, we call that the celebration walk. Some people call it blue tape, but we do our own type of blue tape. So we want when you walk into the home for everything to be done. Our goal is for you to not to find one thing that is wrong. But of course, if you do, then we work with our team to get those things fixed. But yeah, it can go pretty quickly.
that's wonderful. And walk me through that as well. Like
Yeah.
the process of, when does the buyers get to walk through whenever
Uh-huh.
it's up for the first time or
Yeah.
midway. So let's hear about that.
So different options. So that 2.5 to 3 weeks is for a move-in ready home, right? If we
Correct.
have to build it, then it's going to take a little bit longer, hopefully, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks is tough.
Yeah,
That's a
that's a bit
fast
tough.
build.
That's a bit tough. But yes, we do allow a pre-drywall inspections. We're definitely inspector friendly. So if it's an inspector that you want to come out and they want to do that, you can certainly do that. It all depends on which stage we're in, but typically before drywall goes up, we'll do that pre-drywall inspection, and then you can come back once drywall is in, and do another inspection and all of that. So like I said, we're definitely open to those things, but keep in mind also we're going through inspections with the city as well. So from dirt until we receive that certificate of occupancy, there are many eyes on it. So we hope
Yeah.
that we're delivering a great product.
Oh yeah. You got lots of building inspectors come out here, check things off. If it's
Mm-hmm.
not, they'll fellow them. I've seen it
Yes.
before. I'm sure you have
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
It's there for a reason. So
Mm-hmm.
it's all for that protection. So let's talk about your mortgage. You mentioned it a
Uh-huh.
couple of times. So
Mhm.
tell me more about that. How are you guys looking as of today for a rate? We know it changes quite a bit, but
Yeah.
if I'm buying in April 2026,
Mhm.
what's that look like for me today?
Yeah, right now, our special finance rate that I think a lot of people are leaning towards because it helps with affordability is our 3.99% ARM. So that's locked in for 5 years, just yearly after that. But it's a great place to get into, right? Because we know that interest rate plays a big part of your monthly payment. So
Sure
it's
does.
the difference between affording 280,000 or affording 300,000 and maybe keeping the payment the same. So I've definitely helped out some people in the community by putting them onto that rate. And it's just worked out. Like this one guy was looking at resale homes and just wasn't finding anything that he liked or that didn't need a lot of work. And then so he came over here and we put him into a home and his payment's still around the same and he didn't think he could afford that much. So
Yeah, I mean it's nice to get a brand new home
mhm.
cheaper than you could buy because I shop a lot of resale as
Yeah,
well. We have a lot of people looking at resale,
right.
and those rates are going to be somewhere around 6 to 6.5. Maybe
Exactly.
you might get in the fives if you've got government assistance or
Right.
some type of VA loans.
Mhm.
However, I haven't seen 3.99 since
COVID.
2020.
Right.
Maybe 2021
Exactly.
possibly.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of buyers that are like, "Hey, I really wish that I could get those rates again." Well,
Mhm. There you
you
go.
can. It's an ARM, so we explain what an ARM is, an
Mhm.
adjustable rate mortgage.
Correct.
So after 5 years, you'll
Mhm.
have to refi out of that plan, have to refi out of that rate. And it could be a little bit different than 3.99
Yeah.
at that
Yeah.
time. But you've
But
got 5 years to
mhm.
enjoy that rate.
Yeah, and yes, you're right about the 5 years, and it does adjust, but it adjusts up to 1% or market rate. So let's say even if it adjusts from 3.99 up to that max of 1%, then you're at 4.99. You're still less than where we are today.
Still
So,
less.
but yes, like you said, you can refinance at any point if you feel that that's what you would like to do.
Absolutely. It's good to not be handcuffed into something, but
Correct.
also have the options to have it
Yeah.
if you want it, because that
Yeah.
is a great savings. We're
Mm-hmm.
talking several $100s, even
Correct.
a month in
Correct.
savings. It's
Correct.
awesome.
Yeah.
I've got buyers that are moving here from out of state.
Mhm.
How can we make that process less terrifying for them since, they may not even know about Cleveland, Tennessee. They may have been
Mhm.
here or heard about it or even
Mhm.
Chattanooga and just kind of spread this way. That happens quite a bit.
Yeah, it
So,
does.
how can we make that process easy for people that's moving here from out of state?
I think one of the biggest concerns from people moving out of state, especially if they can't get in here and see it, is what exactly am I buying? So we are very flexible with that. I do video calls all the time, especially with buyers who purchase here, but they live somewhere else. So they want to see, hey, how's my house going? So it's like, we can hop on video call real quick and I will show you. But I think that just kind of helps them, right? Because they can see what's going on and actually see like, hey, here's a pool. This is what the neighboring homes next to you would look like. And just driving them around on my golf carts, what I like to do.
Yeah.
But as far as paperwork is concerned, we do everything electronically. So we can just email things over to them for signature. So we try to make the process as smooth as possible, even for investors. I have a guy in Utah who's bought two properties now,
Okay.
and he just signs from wherever he is and
Yeah.
we get the keys to his property manager and we just make it work.
Have you ever met him? Has he ever been here?
I've never met
Never
him.
met him. That
Never met
happens
him.
so. It happens a lot more than people think.
Hmm.
We work with out-of-state investors and out-of-state buyers that
Hmm.
they come here, and I've helped them, and I love them like family. But I've
Hmm.
never met them, so
Never
it's
met
good
him.
to get to
Over the
meet these
phone
people.
is
Yeah.
all we do is talk on the phone.
And Jasmine, you're here
Yeah,
like all the time, right?
pretty
This is
much.
this is your
This is
this is
my
your
home.
home. This is it.
Welcome to my home.
So if someone's needing you, I mean, you're going to be here
Hmm.
during business hours, and what does that look like for you
Yeah.
typically?
Well, for me, I am here Wednesday through Saturday from 10 to 6, Sundays from 12 to 6 p.m. So drop in at any point, pretty much. But I would prefer an appointment just so
Yeah.
because I want to make sure that if someone is coming in, if they're interested, I want to make sure that I have time to see them and spend time getting to know them and what it is that they're looking for. And it's hard if three or four people show up at the same time, right? But yes, I am here.
So let's talk about the school district.
Mhm.
So, when it comes to schools here, what are we looking at as far as school districts go?
So we're looking at E.L. Ross for elementary, Cleveland Middle, and Cleveland High
Yeah.
for upper.
Yeah, in Cleveland High, they've actually got a ton of awards at the state level.
Mm-hmm.
Great schools,
Yeah,
great place,
yeah.
super centrally located. So That's some good school choices. So
Yeah, for sure. And then some parents are like, "Oh, well, what about bus stops?" So the bus does stop over here if kids ride the bus, right in front of the Welcome Home Center. I see them all the time. So we have quite a few kids in the neighborhood. So if the kids and having friends is something you're looking for in a subdivision, then I think this would be a good community as well.
that is great. So they're not
Hmm.
have to walk half a mile down the street,
No.
2 feet both ways in the snow.
Right. No, they won't have those stories until they're
Oh
kids.
man, yeah, I heard those stories all the time.
Right.
I'd have to
Right.
tell them though. Yeah.
Yeah.
So walk me through the warranty. We know that you talked about we've got a 10-year this, 1 year that. Maybe
Mhm.
you got the floor, Jasmine. Tell me
Yeah.
about these warranties. What do they cover? What does that actually look like?
Yeah, so what it looks like is we have an app. So here at Lennar, we have an app for pretty much everything.
Okay.
So if there is a situation that comes up, you have a handy dandy app on your phone. You can go in and file a warranty claim.
Okay.
And then we do, as long as it's during the weekday, we try to get on top of it as soon as possible. If it's the weekend, unless it's emergency, it may take a little bit longer. But yeah, we come out and we get on top of it. We have a lot of our tradesmen that come in that help us with those warranty claims.
Yeah. So if something tears up, which we hope it don't,
Right.
I'm sure it does, just because
Right.
things happen, right?
Yeah.
But something messes up, I go to my app,
Mhm.
I push a number, and then
Mhm.
within what 24 or 48 hours, you think
Correct.
somebody's going to
Yep.
be there to
Yep.
take care of me? I got to wait months or
No,
years
no,
to get my
no.
repairs.
What I like to say is I am here, right? So it's not an apartment community, but it kind of feels like it because a lot of neighbors, they come by if there's an issue and they let me know. If you let me know and you haven't gotten an answer, I'm on top of it. So I don't want anyone to have any type of bad dealings. They know where I work and they know where I am most of the time. So,
You're easy to
so
find.
exactly. So that can be good or bad, right? So I want it to be good. You can find me, and if there's any issues, then definitely I'll step in. But I haven't had to do that, thankfully. So
That is great.
yeah.
So I love the customer service aspect. It sounds
Mhm.
like that things are squared away and you
Yeah.
guys got it down to a science. It's
Yeah.
going well.
Mhm.
What's one thing that buyers sometimes don't realize about owning a new build? They discover in the first year or so that might be good, it might be bad.
Only thing I would say is that I mean it is new construction, right? And they're the first people into it. So there are things that we try to find, but some things you just wouldn't find unless you're lying in bed, right? Looking at the ceiling. It's like, oh, well, maybe there's a spot there, or maybe
Yup.
there's, a nail pop. Like sometimes that happens because the home is new, right? And it just comes with settling and things of that nature. But other than that, I think that's about it.
Great. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say settling is one thing that
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed selling new construction. Is some
Mm-hmm.
buyers are just like, oh my gosh, this moved. Like, well,
Yeah.
yeah,
It kind of happens.
it happens. It's a
Right.
little bit different from the
Yeah.
resale. It's been sitting there for 30
Right.
years. It's
E
done all the settling it needs to do.
exactly, exactly.
Let's talk about the HOA.
Mhm.
So, HOA dues, we know they're going to be here because we're
Yeah,
an association. So, explain
correct.
that to us. What do we have here?
Yeah, so HOA dues as far as a single family, because we have they're different. So for single family, it's $60 a month on those, and it pretty much just covers all the community spaces, right? That's what's included in that. And then when you go down to the townhomes, it's $180. It's a little bit more because landscaping is included,
Okay.
and that, and then also a master insurance policy for the exterior of the townhome. So that's why it's a little bit more, but those are the costs.
Okay. And let's talk about community features. You said
Mm-hmm.
it's that $60 goes towards those things. What are
Yes.
those things?
Yes, so we have a pool that I'm so excited about because it
Okay.
is opening at the end of May. So we'll be open for Memorial Day weekend. So we have a
Okay.
pool, and then I'm sure we'll get it, but just behind these homes, we have a walking trail.
Okay.
And then we'll have sidewalks throughout the community as well. So yeah, it goes towards all those things.
Yeah, the walking trail. Do you know distance wise what that looks like?
I don't. And it's so funny because you are not the first person to ask me that. And I really need to go out there, start my watch and see what it is.
Let's go for a
But
call.
I believe it's probably about a quarter of a mile, maybe 1.5 times around. Because I know around the inner of Skyline Way is a quarter of a mile. So because
Okay.
that's inside of that, I'm thinking maybe 1.5 times will get you a quarter of a
And
mile.
it just loops back around.
It does. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mm.
That way you ain't got to worry about getting somewhere and coming back.
Yeah. You won't
That's
get
neat.
lost either. Yeah.
That's great. Most underrated feature, in your opinion?
For me, I'm going to say it's going to sound so silly, but sidewalks, because a lot of newer construction neighborhoods just don't have sidewalks. So
Mm-hmm.
if you want to go out and walk your kid on the stroller or push them around, like you're trying to dodge cars, right? So I'm going to say sidewalks.
What's the closest coffee spot to our neighborhood here?
All right, closest, we're going to say Simply Cafe,
Simply
or
Cafe.
for the Starbucks lovers, we have one of those right around the
Got
corner
Starbucks
too.
probably 5 minutes away. We
Yeah,
got Vibes another 5 minutes
that's
away.
true.
Little local shops, so Vibes, Simply. You've got several more there down Paul Huff Parkway.
Mhm.
I mean, if you're a coffee lover,
You're in the middle of it all.
you're in
Pretty
5 minutes. We
much.
can have you a coffee right here in 5 minutes.
Exactly. Exactly.
Love that. The biggest thank you to Jasmine. Thank you again so much for letting us come out, tour this beautiful model home, and spend some time with you and just
Yeah.
learn about Summit View and everything Lennar offers.
Mhm.
Really do appreciate you.
You're welcome.
If you're looking at new construction, kind of comparing that to resale homes, hey, we're here for you. Hit the subscribe button. We're going to drop another video probably every week or so. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.
All right.